Welcome to the NAC app. Your email had the link to get here, and we're going to do a brief tour of this app. This app will replace the portal. It's really just a database and a website, so I would recommend making a bookmark for your mobile device so that you can access it at any time. The way that this app is designed is using Google Docs so that, for instance, if you look over under the protocols and you click where the total joint fast track protocol is, Dr. Hamilton's fast track protocol can open up for you in just a couple clicks, and you'll see whatever the most recent version of that protocol is. As far as another great feature, we have a news section here. So anytime there's anything that's newsworthy, that will be reflected here. If you have something that you wanted to submit, you can submit it directly to Gary Siegel in an email, and then I can go ahead and put that on the page. For instance, there is going to be a mock survey at Northside for Scythe on July 17th and 18th, and then some sort of code blue or MH drill on third floor surgery, July 15th. The maternal cardiology conference, which emails have been sent about that, will be held at the Avalon in August. Dr. Ballard has updated his Chairman's Corner, which is a Google Doc. So if you were to click on that and then go directly to the Google Doc, you'll see the Chairman's Corner. And that is easily accessed now. So the communication feature of the app is pretty good. Okay, other news, you can read about some of these things, about Dr. DeCook and Forsyth, and, Dr. Greenberg and his accomplishments. So back to protocols. The major protocols are all listed here. For instance, Dr. Dozier's bariatric protocol, which is constantly being updated with new clinical information, is listed here. That's something that you'll want to pull up when you're doing those cases instead of searching through your old emails over and over again to try and find it. So go through those protocols and familiarize yourself with those. There's a search bar up at the top. If you wanted to search for a particular surgeon, for instance, you can go ahead and pop that surgeon's name in, and then the surgeon's preference list will come up, and that is information that has been copied directly from the portal, so you can check that out easily. You can also use the tag feature to figure out if there's any surgeon that's in your facility where you frequent, and just go directly to the list that way. This app was initially designed and recommended by Dr. Ballard to provide new physicians with information. So under the top level category for new physician information, those new docs can access the Survival Guide Google Doc, which is constantly being updated. And there's a lot of information here for them to go through. There is one for the anesthetist as well. There's an outline. There are links that you can use to skip through directly to where you want to go. And a lot of it is pretty self-explanatory. The other really helpful document that's in here that Dr. Wheeler developed is the master list. And so that now is digital for us to use, and you can access that again with just a click. And here's the master list that we all know and love. There's an outline for that as well. You can pull up the outline on your portable device and then skip directly to access the phone numbers for where you want. Okay. Other helpful categories are going to be, especially for new employees, anesthetizing locations, and for the physicians or anesthetists, if you've just joined the group and you don't even know where a place like the ENT center is located, a couple clicks and you now have the address here. Another click and your Google map opens, So you just have to go input directions from your house to get to the center. And if you go back to that page on the app, Dr. Sugarman's ENT Google Doc is here, and that explains everything that you could possibly know about that center. It's all right there for you. So it's all about the easy access to information. The leadership also is going to be involved, and there is a Google Doc that has the list for NAC leaders if you were curious to know who they are. The docs anesthetists, and then each of them will have his or her own page. So there are the section leader pages for each of the docs. There's up-to-date information because these are Google Docs. For instance, Dr. Mills has his Google Doc. It includes a lot of the preferences for blocks for the surgeons at the locations where he goes, and he's got a nice outline over here, so you can click and skip directly to each of those docs. The other leaders will be completing their pages shortly as well, so that you can see what's new at those places. If you're a new anesthetist, then you would be able to access the master list as well as an older version of this survival guide, which is being updated currently as well. So that is your tour. The app does not have any personal information or anything that's really private. Under the surgeon list, there is a password protected Google form that has the contact information for a bunch of the surgeons in the form of a Google Doc. And so that contact information previously was in the portal, and the portal itself was password protected. But now that the app is not itself password protected, you'll have to go to the Google form, and you're going to have to enter the password. That password is pretty easy to enter, and then that will open up a way for you to access that Google Doc that has the phone numbers, and that password will be included in the email that you got to access the new app. So I hope that you enjoy the app, and let me know if there are any questions.